If you're a UGC creator or just starting out and looking to snag those lucrative brand deals, you're in the right place. Today, I'm sharing 9 killer tips to help you negotiate better brand pay in those collaborations so you can start breaking those elusive 10K months. And stick around till the end for a bonus tip that could really change the game for you. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and stay up to date on everything that is UGC. Tip 1, know your worth. This is a very controversial statement in the entire content creation community. A lot of creators will say know your worth because they want to keep the brand prices up as high as possible selfishly for themselves. But not everyone's creation is equal. Some people starting out UGC could have been in content creation for years before they ever started doing UGC, and they understand the metrics of a video and how it goes together between the hook and the body and the CTA. Those individuals can command a higher price right off the bat when starting UGC. Then other UGC creators who just are now starting in the beginning can't necessarily command a higher price as an experienced creator. So knowing your worth factors into all this, and understand as you gain experience, your price goes up. As you can see here, there is a stark difference between one of my very first UGC videos compared to one of my more recent videos. I'll play right here. Bad posture is causing you pain. I struggle with sciatic pain, mostly due to bad posture. But Posture Lobster from Tendon Progress helped correct my bad posture. It's simple and comfortable to wear, similar to a back brace. It helps keep your shoulders square and your spine in alignment. Hardworking men deserve a hardworking wallet. You work too hard to store your money in a bulky wallet just for it to end up lost or stolen. Ridge wallets are made out of durable RFID blocking material, and it's designed to hold your cash in up to 12 cards. And you can see there's a drastic difference between the two videos, where the older one, which was one of my very first UGC videos, that was a $40 video. I was just starting. I didn't know a lot back then. In comparison to the newer video, that was a $300 video. And you can see there is a world of difference between the two. You don't need to command a $200, $300, $400, $500 price per video when you're just starting out if you're inexperienced. And most brands and creative strategists are gonna be able to tell whether or not you're new or you've been creating content for some time. And that goes into assessing your metrics. Across all your social platforms, look at your metrics, see what your videos produce. If you're doing things in an organic arena, you can use those metrics to negotiate a higher price. If you know how to build a video and structure a video that gets eyeballs on the screen, you can command a higher price based on the fact that you have experience in that realm. You can use this with your paid organics as well. Analyze, track those metrics, detail them, use them in your portfolio, and that'll help you negotiate a higher price. Because brands know that if you can create a video that keeps eyes on the screen, that you're worth the extra price that you're trying to negotiate for. And that ties into quantifying your impact, because that impact is worth money to those brands, because they know that the content you are going to create is going to create awareness for the brand and get those eyes on the screen, which is essentially what they're paying for, is that widespread awareness across social media. Of course, they do want conversions, and that is ultimately the end goal. But those eyes on the screen is where it starts. Then make sure you have your pitch prepared. A lot of creators really slack in this department when it comes to outreach and things of that nature. They don't want to cold email. They don't want to cold call. They don't want to cold anything. But that's part of the game. If you want to command a higher price in your UGC, I highly suggest you fine tune your email pitch and you start outreaching through email. And you'll be amazed at how fast your prices change and how much your income goes up. Tip 2. Research the brand. So many people get email inbounds and they do no research at all on the brands that have contacted them. Research their market. Research their past videos. Research that brand and understand their market. Build avatars custom to the demographics of the individuals that they're trying to sell for. That will tell the brand that you did your research and your homework on them and you understand the target customer that they're trying to reach out to. This will help you to be able to command a higher price and negotiate for that better price because the brand will know that you put the effort into understanding who their target customer is. And go as far as to analyze their past campaigns. You can get on Facebook Ad Library and look at their past campaigns. Get on TikTok Creative Marketplace and look at their past campaigns. Look at their past ads. See what they're putting into those videos and how well they perform. You can even use that to pull pieces from those videos to help create your own because they've already put ad spend behind those videos and they have done well. There's a high probability that morphing it into your own style is going to help that video that you create for them do well in the future. And with that, that helps identify their needs. Pinpoint where things have gone right and where things have gone wrong. That will help you with your campaign for them. So analyzing the gaps in their strategies can help you make better content for them and they will see the difference and you'll build a stronger collaboration with that brand, which just means higher pay for you in the future because they know you put the time, the effort, and the research into making the best possible video that will perform for them and they will recognize that. Tip 3, optimize a strong portfolio. First of all, you want to keep your portfolio as simple as possible. There's nothing worse for a brand when they pull up your portfolio website and it is just unorganized and littered with all kinds of chaos. They will click out faster than anything, believe me. The simpler you can make your portfolio, sticking to a few key points, such as a headshot of yourself, a descriptive bio of who you are, and anywhere from 6 to 9 pieces of content in various formats that you've created, whether that be unboxing, skit style, testimonial, product demo, so on and so forth. Because when it comes to a brand reviewing your portfolio, they're there for 2 reasons. They want to know who you are and are you capable of making a video in the quality that they need for the demographic that they're trying to reach and the possibility of that video converting. So the simpler you can make it for them to navigate their way through your portfolio, the better off you're going to be. From there, highlighting your successes in your portfolios. By now, I would hope that you're gathering testimonials and reviews from past clients, and you can display those in your portfolio so other brands can see that and see what it's like to work with you and how they felt about working with you. You can easily screenshot these into your portfolio, or you can use a company such as Trust UGC. I don't personally use them, but I know quite a few creators who do, and they make it super simple to gather testimonials and reviews from your clients with a simple portfolio integration. From there, you just want to regularly update your portfolio and keep your freshest, newest work rotating through it as you learn new editing techniques or you have newer, bigger collaborations and displaying the best quality that you can do. A lot of creators are guilty of this, including myself. I don't update mine as often as I should because sometimes it becomes a daunting task. But if you've set up your portfolio right, it's not overly difficult to change out videos from time to time. So as you get new ones in, just keep a rotation because ultimately that's the number one thing a brand is going into your portfolio to view is to see the skill and level of quality in a video that you make. Tip 4, start high. When you're negotiating, so many people are afraid to start with a high number because they're afraid they're going to scare the brand off. But that's not always the case. A lot of brands come in with a low price because, of course, they're a business. They're going to try to get the best rate they can possibly get. Just like you, you're going to come in high trying to get the best possible rate for yourself. And keep in mind that somewhere in the middle is the number where you're going to end at. But don't be afraid to negotiate and start with a high rate and negotiate down into an acceptable rate that works for both you and the brand based on the scope of work and based on the script, based on the parameters of the video that you're going to make for them. And two, you want to have base rates already set in place. You don't want to be flip-flopping all over the place with different rates for every person. Standardize your rates and start with a base rate that's acceptable for the type of content you're currently create based on your experience. And you can slowly move that base rate up and communicate that to the brands. And they will know and understand and accept the fact that you have a starting rate and it's acceptable and it's perfectly fine. Don't be afraid of it. And don't be afraid to justify your base rate based on your skills. Diligently explain to them why your base rates are the way they are, and they will understand why you have set your prices the way you've set them. And it's fine. We all do it. But a lot of people are afraid to set base rates and set high rates. But no, it's all based on your skill and your experience. So justify it based on what you are capable of. But with that, also be willing to be flexible. That doesn't mean you have to come down all the way into a price that you're uncomfortable with or you don't want to do, but be flexible enough to show that you're willing to work with the brand and come below your base rates. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I say start high and you're going to come down into the middle somewhere that's acceptable for both of you. So be flexible, but be firm. Tip 5, offer package deals. This is a highly underrated concept for a lot of UGC creators. You can get a higher price or even a larger project price by having package deals. Offer multiple hooks or multiple CTAs or a combination thereof. It makes the brand feel as if they're getting a better deal, which they technically are, because they can use the combination of those hooks and CTAs and body of a video to create multiple different combinations. So you make a little more, they get to A/B test some videos, and everyone's happy. Tip 6, be ready to explain your pricing. A lot of brands may come at you and ask, oh, well, that's a really high price for a simple video that only takes 10 or 15 minutes. Do not be afraid to explain your process and why your price is what it is. Any brand that understands the entire content creation process understands what goes into making a quality video. So don't be afraid to explain yourself and your process and how you go about making your videos. And use your examples and use your metrics and use your analytics to show why that justifies the price in your process of making a video. Tip 7, negotiate non-monetary benefits. Not everything has to be a dollar value in upping the value of what you receive out of making a video for a brand. If you can't quite get the price that you're looking for, but you still want to work with the brand, negotiate into getting metrics from the brand after you make the video. Getting those metrics from the brand and those analytics are worth just as much as the dollar amount, because you can use those to negotiate higher prices for future collaborations, not only with that brand, but with other brands. So not everything that is of value has to have a dollar amount attached to it. If they see you're willing to do things for a lower rate, maybe to start, and there's a fine line in a gray area when it comes to accepting a lower rate on a starting collaboration. But oftentimes you can use this to negotiate into a long-term collaboration with that brand, because if they haven't used you before, they still may be a little leery and not, fully understanding what you're capable of or what you can do for the brand. So they don't want to pay top tier prices for someone they've never worked with. And your willingness to accept a lower price and adamantly negotiate the potential for long-term collaboration with that brand is a lot more likely in a scenario such as that. Tip 8, maintain professionalism. I don't know that I should even have to say this out loud, but I'm going to, because so many people can get rude or misinterpreted through text and through email. So be professional at all times. Communicate effectively. Be straightforward but concise and clear and polite in your communications. If you have scheduled meetings, always be prepared and be punctual. Don't show up to the Zoom meeting when they're already sitting in there waiting for you. Show up at least 5 minutes early. I was always raised that if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late. So I adhere to that rule, and I implore you to do so as well. I can't count how many meetings I've been on with brands where even the brands have been late. And honestly, my time is worth money. So is theirs. And if they're not respecting your time, they're probably not going to respect the collaboration. And they're going to think the same thing about you if you're wasting their time. And obviously, handle rejection gracefully. Like, don't get upset if they reject you or they reject your price. It just may not be a good fit at the time. Use please and thank you and say, I appreciate your time, and move on. Don't let it get to you and it's no sweat off your back. You didn't have the collaboration to begin with, so you're not losing out on any. But by doing this, it leaves the door open for the possibility of future collaborations. If you gracefully step away and you're polite and kind with their rejection, they're more likely to come back to you in the future when they're ready to work with you. Tip 9, have a contract ready. Not every brand is going to use a contract or send you a contract. And if you don't feel comfortable working without one, you need to have yours prepared whenever you go into a meeting or you come out of a potential collaboration with a handshake deal. And if you don't want to work without a contract, it's on you to make sure you have that contract ready, and it clearly states and defines everything you expect out of that collaboration. And if the brand already has a contract ready for you to sign, you have to diligently read through it. And if there's anything you're uncomfortable with, speak up, let them know. Or if there's anything they are missing, ask them to add in a paragraph or two from your personal contract so you feel more comfortable, safe, and protected in that collaboration. And if you don't currently have a contract, don't go out there and just find whatever random contract is being sold by whatever random creator. Seek an experienced attorney in the industry that understands what needs to be in a contract to keep you protected as a creator. And that brings us to our bonus tip. Follow up. So many creators are afraid to follow up because they don't want to pester a brand. But most brands are busy. They might glaze over your email. It might even get buried in the inbox. Do not be afraid to follow up and diligently follow up. Send an email 24 to 48 hours after initial contact. Reiterate all the key points of your first interaction, and or if you had a Zoom meeting or something to that effect. Bringing up these points shows that you paid attention and you're interested in working with this brand. And express yourself in a way that keeps the lines of communication open, and or ask questions that spurs a response from them. And that helps keep those lines of communication open because they have to email you back to answer a question. And this keeps your foot in the door. These are all tips and tricks to help you get higher paying collaborations. If you implement just a few of these, you will see a massive change in the amount of money you make per collaboration. And if you follow all of them, the amount that you'll start making in just a few short months will skyrocket. So I hope these tips help you out. And please let me know in the comments which ones you did and implemented and how it has changed your UGC journey and how it has changed your brand collaborations and the amount you're able to charge per collaboration. I would love to hear more from you guys. Until then, check out the flip side of the coin, UGC mistakes, in this video right here.